Hi everybody, today we're gonna edit a short video out of a longer video. I feel like total crap today, I got a migraine, but we're gonna do this for the greater good. I got my mushroom mud water coffee. I'm gonna be using Adobe Premiere. I use DaVinci Resolve too, but I have a workflow in Premiere right now for this. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of like the thoughts that go into the workflow for reducing a video down to a minute. That's like one of the harder things to do in video editing is like you have this long video, you gotta get it down to a minute or even less. It's really hard to do because you just gotta get rid of a lot of stuff and it's quite the battle. So what I'm editing is Battle for Olympia 1998, owned by Bruce Lester, Mock Video Productions. Go check out the channel. It's an awesome channel if you want to get motivated to go lift. Like, it works great. You go watch this and you're like, man, like, I want to go get a pump right now. And that's what the goal for this is. Today I'm going to be editing a Ronnie Coleman video. So my goal is to take this, let's see how long this is. We got an 8-minute long video here. We're going to reduce it down to a catchy, under a 1-minute YouTube short. I need to figure out A, what's going to hook the viewer to watching more than 5 seconds. That's like the ultimate goal for YouTube shorts, or 3 seconds probably. And then B, I want to make something that is going to motivate people to want to go lift. There's talking in these videos, so I'm going to be finding the right sound bites that I want to use and structuring the audio and the sound bites for a 1-minute purpose. If you stick around at the end, we're gonna do captions in Premiere Pro, which DaVinci can't even do. I don't know. Auto-Transcribing, DaVinci like currently can't do this. So like all these people out there like saying, oh, we're making the switch to DaVinci. Cool, but how do you do captions? How do you do auto-transcribing? You can't yet. There's no such thing as that one software that's gonna do everything for you. And like DaVinci promises to be that, but it's not quite there yet. And it's so frustrating because for years it's like almost there, almost there, almost there. Not yet. DaVinci Resolve Studio 18 version 18.1.4 build 9. You can't do auto-transcribing of captions. You just can't. You got to do them all by hand. You got to figure them out. Let's start, okay? So what do we have here? This is like a 2-hour long video. It's a DVD rip. And we're going to take this chapter and edit a short out of it. So I have my selection here. Let's go to Project. And also, here's another thing. Premiere is pretty cool when you can like arrange your workspace to do like almost anything. It's pretty crazy and cool. So I have my workspace set up and everything. I mean, you can do this in DaVinci, but you can't move things around like you can here. Like, oh, I want to put this panel right there, and you can like literally decorate. All right, so let's go to Project. Click on this little page turn thing here. New item, new sequence. Sequence name, we'll call it Ronnie Short. Settings. Okay, time base. We're doing 29.97 frames per second, which is like what DVD is. Frame size, 1080 by 1920. 1080 horizontal, 1920. So we're talking vertical video, 9 by 16. Okay. All right, find that clip. All right. I'm going to drag my footage into the new sequence. This clip does not match the sequence. Change it? Nope. I like what I picked, but thanks for asking, all right? Keep my settings. As you can see, this is a DVD rip. So for perspective, this is what a DVD looks like inside of an iPhone screen. So right off the bat, I'm going to select the whole clip there. Effect controls, scale it up. All right, so, you want it to fit there. So we got ourselves 7.5 minute video here. We want to pick the best parts out and make it a 1-minute video. So first and foremost, you need to know your footage. I have not watched this yet, so I kind of need to watch it, but I shall watch it while cutting. That's what we're going to do. And before we do any cutting, I want to show you guys something. Let's go ahead and go to our keyboard shortcuts. Premiere Pro keyboard shortcuts. I want you guys to go to your keyboard shortcuts and you want to change Q, W, and E to these. Ripple trim. So you want your Q key to be ripple trim, your W key to be add edit, your E key ripple trim, and I'll show you why. So basically, if you're new to video editing and everything, ripple means when you delete something, it moves everything along with it on the timeline. That makes things a lot quicker, so you don't delete something and then have to go grab it and move it. You can just go swipey. So ripple trim, when I'm watching this clip, I'm gonna make cuts, and when I know I don't want something, I'm gonna press either Q or E. And what that's gonna do is like wipe out all the stuff I don't want. So anyways, go to your keyboard shortcuts and search for ripple trim and assign it accordingly. Ripple trim next edit to playhead, you want that to be E. Ripple trim previous edit to playhead, Q. Aight. And then search for add edit, and you want that to be W. Okay. There's more stuff to be told here, but let's just go with that. Aight. Also, click sequence and go down to selection follows playhead. So as I'm playing this, whatever's under the playhead is going to be selected so I can make edits accordingly. For example, I know I'm not going to use this black space. Having black space is the ultimate no-no with shorts. If you see a video like on a timeline and it starts on black, like you're not going to stick around, dude. Especially if someone's on a bad connection, the thing won't even load. So you'll be scrolling. It'll be like a black thing, a black just hole. Who's going to sit and see, oh, what's going to appear in that black hole? I don't know. So anyways, to show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to mute this so I can focus. So my playhead's right here, right? I don't want anything to the left. So see how it's selected? You press Q, bam. That's all just wiped off the map. You understand what I'm saying? This can be a very fast workflow. You can breeze through this. So yeah, currently I have plus and minus to be zoom, just so you know. So play the video. Okay, I'm not gonna use any of this, I know that. I'm gonna need this text information later, but so we're watching the video. It shows Ronnie Coleman driving in his truck. I know I'm not going to use this for short purposes, but you know, you got to watch it though. You got to watch your stuff because you want your stuff to be like, with video editing, you want to use the best stuff possible, unless you're just like a slacker or something. But I don't know. I have quality control in my brain. Like I always want to use the best possible stuff I can for the most impact. So what do we got here? We got Ronnie Coleman warming up. Okay, he's warming up on some behind the back pull down. See, that's cool. I like it. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Let's go back. Let's see what he's saying right here. Let's see what he's saying.
It was an extreme kind of like shock to me. Kind of like a dream come true. I first heard Flex's name, initial instinct, kind of like lost my feet.
So there's a thing too. You want to listen to all the if it's a video where someone's talking, you want to listen to all the audio because you're going to want to like chop up sound bites, you know, and place them in different places and everything. But he's talking about a competition here, you know. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not, but let's keep watching.
Flex's name, initial instinct, kind of like lost my feet. My feet went straight from under me. So the first thing I thought was about was, you know, all the hard work and all the times I've been up there on that treadmill and put in that whole hour before work and after work and you know, having to go to work and times in the gym and all the times that I kneel and prayed, and you know, it was just a whole bunch of emotions going through my mind all at one time. Yeah, pretty much, like I said, it's been about 10 days now. It's probably going to be a while because I hadn't really had a chance to experience being Mr. Olympia. But for the most part, you know, it's good to say to myself, and it's good to write, hey, I'm the new Mr. Olympia, I'm the best in the world.
So already what I'm thinking from watching this is He's talking about some deep stuff here, and like for a short that might not work when we're working with people's attention spans. Like this is pretty deep context. So right now I'm looking at this like I'm gonna take the best workout shots and just add music. But let's keep watching.
There you go. You know, 110,000 can be spent in like 2 or 3 minutes, so that's really not a whole lot of money. This house is probably what I'll probably end up spending that on, which is a little bit more than $100,000 anyway. So I still got other bills to pay besides the house, you know. So I still, as far as I'm concerned, I still got to work. So I don't. Right now, my initial plans are to continue doing the things I've always done. You know, when I won the Olympia, I had a job and I worked, you know, pretty much every day, and I don't see how that could probably interfere with my training again. Right now, nothing is changing, but who's to say down the road, you know, if things pick up and, you know, I have my demand for like seminars and guest posing is something that I'm not able to do as far as the time with the police department goes. I may have to either
Definitely going to use that flexing shot.
take a leave of absence or do reserve work. So, but right now, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stay with what I got. Well, as far as let's go on stage.
Nice shot
As
there.
far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's, and my hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior, but it's kind of hard for me to go out and say that because I didn't really see myself on stage, and I didn't really, to be honest with you, I didn't see anybody else on stage. I was just pretty much displaying what I had. As far as my preparation go, and as far as me,
So yeah, he has crazy arms, so I'm probably going to want to focus on some of the crazy arm shots.
being the winner on that day,
Like all the stuff he's talking about is pretty deep, and like contextually, I don't know how to, I mean, we could like cut that down to a minute, like, and like summarize what he's saying. I don't know.
you know, I didn't do it all by myself. You know, a lot of people say that bodybuilding is probably an individual sport because when you're up there on stage, you pretty much you don't have a lot of other people around you. Like it's like maybe football or basketball, you know. But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too because, you know, you don't achieve all what you achieve by yourself. As far as my nutritional guys went, you know, Chad Nichols pretty much.
See, right now he's saying generic stuff about sport of bodybuilding, so that could be usable as a soundbite because there's a clear punch in where he's talking about bodybuilding, so contextually you might be able to understand that.
Did all of that, so he was part of the team there. And as far as you know, as far as cooking my food and making sure, you know, everything was taken care of at the house, and Vicky helped out a whole lot along those lines. So it's pretty much, you know, as far as I'm concerned, a team sport there too, you know. And plus, you know, in the gym, you know, I had Vicky pushing me there.
So in my head right now, he's talking about bodybuilding being a team sport with your coaching team and everything. So in my head, I'm like, okay, this could be like based around, I'm thinking YouTube titles because YouTube is all about titles and thumbnails. So it's like title, like Ronnie Coleman, bodybuilding is a team sport. Like that could be a title.
And all in all, the whole teamwork concept worked out. So, because, you know, I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that. As far as prejudging go, I was 246, night of champion, Olympia 247. Night show I was probably around 252, 253. As far as
And he's talking about what his weight was. And that seems to be something I know online. People really want to know weights of people. So, I mean, that'd be a great thing to throw in there because people always want to know weights. Swear to God, they do.
I'm concerned, that's the weight that I look best at. So I'll probably be somewhere around in the neighborhood of that probably next year. As far as my plans as competition goes, before I won the Olympia this year, I won the Night of Champions, so I had to peak twice this year, which I think is kind of hard to do, but I was able to do it. Next year is going to be a whole lot different because I'm only going to do one show, and that's going to be a Mr. Olympia, so I only have to peak once. So I think
Definitely using that shot. Holy crap, that's an impressive shot.
I know I'll be better next year than I was this year because, you know, I have more time to rest and more time to work out, more time to just peak for one show. As far as conditioning goes, as far as being an overall better bodybuilder, I know I'll look better for next year than I did this year because I'll only have that one show.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all, folks.
All right, so guys, having just watched that whole thing, here's what I'm thinking. We could just go the route of cutting cool shots and putting music to it, or we could make it more unique by including him talking about the team sport aspect. I think I definitely want to include him saying what his weight was. The interview and the footage, they're not necessarily connected. Like, it's basically like, you know, when people do voiceovers on videos online, that's kind of like what this is. It's like a voiceover. What I can do first is like, I can just chop up. This makes it easier, okay? Like, this is the easy part of video editing, is like just finding the cool shots, cutting them, boom, without having to think about like story and arcing and outlines and structures and sound bites. So this is what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm gonna move the audio and we're just gonna chop up the video right now. All right, sound good? Okay, so this button here is called linked selection. Man, this is so crazy. Like on Macs, see that little icon there? It looks like a freaking bird or something. It says, I can never remember what that stupid icon is. I think it's like Control or Alt on a Mac. For the life, I'm gonna get that tattooed on my body so I can remember what that button is. But anyways, this button right here, it's called link selection. So when you click on something, it moves the audio and the video together. But if you just wanna work on things individually, you click that, and then now it's like, oh, they're separated. But you gotta be careful, because if the video and the audio matter, as far as syncing, you can really get screwed up there. But right now they don't. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move the audio out of the way. All right, let's chop up some video, folks. Ready? So there's a setting I have on here, workspace, vertical. This utilizes the screen, so for editing vertical video, it makes it the biggest it can be. I have a pretty low resolution monitor. I gotta invest some dollars and get a nice monitor. Let's go. And some people, when they do editing, they like to play music in the background, but I'm not going to do that for tutorial purposes. But a lot of times they'll just play some music and just like get into the sport of cutting video. So I got my fingers on the Q button, the W button, and the E button. Let's go. All right, there we go. I'm pressing Q, everybody. Boom. All that stuff got deleted before that. Let's make some clips. Cut. So I pressed W to cut, AKA add edit was my W button. So I pressed W. Pressing W, or no, I'm going to press Q. So there we go. Just get that little clip. Yep, W. Continuing on. I don't like the lighting in that. We're going to skip over that. Okay, let's get this little chesticle pop ready. Pressing Q. Pop. Cut. All right, more reps. And there's like an art form to editing workout footage as far as like you want to get how you get the reps and everything. Bam. Bam. There's a crossfade there. I'm not crazy about having that in there, but it's cool. Cut. Moving on. Close up there, extreme close up. And so watch, when I press stop, look where the selection is. Boom, see? Selection follows playhead. Remember that, folks. Go to sequence, selection follows playhead. So that way, if I want to cut something, I don't have to go click on it. It's like already selected. Okay, pressing Q. Bam. Bam. Pressing cut, W. Let's get a facial shot there. Pressing Q. Cut. Actually, you know what? Let me see. I like that facial reaction, so I'm going to keep that too. Press Q. Actually, undo that. I want more space there. Just leave it like that, actually. I'm leaving it. All right. Cut. Moving forward. So this process here of like making cuts, it's typically about a 50-minute process. So, you know. All right, I'm going to get the start of the rep there. Press Q. Bam. Bam. I would use the audio here, but because it looks like he's saying, yeah, buddy, or something like that. But I think the interview is going over it, so I won't be using that audio. All right. Pressing cut. Wait, what am I doing here? See, let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm going to start here. Pressing Q. Boom. Boom. That's a cool close-up. And then that's a cool close-up. That's a nice little sequence. All right, cut. And in your head, when you watch a shot, you got to kind of like time it as if you're watching it as an audience member. See, like, I don't know about including the girl because it's kind of out of context. I don't know. Okay, let's see what we got with this arm curl here. All right, that's a cool shot. Pressing Q. Oops. Let's do that again. There's a crossfade, so Q. 1, 2, 3, cut. So in your head, you gotta just kind of time out the shots as if you're watching it, you know, like for a pacing. There's a close-up, another close-up. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna start here. Q. Squeezy. Squeezy. That's pretty cool to see, pretty unique. You see like the muscle and the skin there. Q. That's a cool peak shot. That's crazy looking. You want to go for crazy looking when you're doing short videos, online stuff. You want that crazy stuff. That's pretty crazy, that little nugget. All right, cut. I'm kind of going to fast forward here because I don't want to do this all day. Let's get that flex, press Q. Bam. Cut. Wait, I want to keep that whole sequence there because he smiles. Smiling is good for video. You want people smiling in videos. All right. That's funny. I just zoomed out to like look ahead. Like, all right, how much more we got? All right, that's cool. Ready? All right, I'm going to press Q. Bam. Bam, intensity. Yeah, buddy. That's crazy looking. So I'm gonna cut this shot and then we're gonna come here. That's a crazy ass shot, folks. Bam. Dang, bro. So for someone watching this that might be like, if he can do it, I can do it. I mean, no, somebody watching this, they'll be like, wow, this might make someone want to step up their weight, you know? Because that's a lot of the Ronnie Coleman appeal is like, he does crazy weight. So people like it. That's insanity. That's crazy. So the whole time while you're editing a short, you got to be thinking title. What am I calling this? What's the whole thing of this video? What's the context? Okay, I'm gonna do something. That's a funny shot. I'm gonna take this shot and put it at the very beginning of my thing because I want to use that for the very first shot. So see how I'm moving clips around here? See this magnet? It's called Snap in Timeline. I have it programmed to, I thought it was N, what the hell? Yeah, so by default this is S, but mine is N because that's what I have it in every other software. See how this is like not snapping? You want it to snap, so you press S or N, snap. All right, let's get these suckers snapped. And I think the button for this, I want to move this back down. You press Alt down, all right? So you want it all on the same track. Keep it nice and clean. All right, we're making progress, guys. Let's keep it going. Cut. There's a lot of good stuff. And this is why it's hard to edit short videos because there's so much good stuff. But look at this. Right now with my edits, I'm at 1:15 and that's no bueno, dude. We got to be under a minute, guys. It's hard, man. It's hard. Like if you're just editing a video, doesn't matter what length, it's super easy. You just, all right, here you go. But getting this sucker down to a minute, you got to make some choices, folks. You got to make some decisions. All right. Taking his shirt off. Get that crossfade. All right, so he removes his shirt. Oakley dokley smokely, he's taking his shirt off. Sometimes I use this for like bodybuilding clips, like they're removing their pump cover, they're revealing their work. So sometimes it's cool to include like the taking off of the shirt. I don't know, it's a cool, it could be used for a transition too. All right, so you got the abs popping. How much more we got up in here? So obviously this is all like super impressive stuff. So it's like you got to pick what's unique. Man, that's a crazy shot. That reminds me of Arnold right there. So I'm gonna take that. That's rad. That bicep. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. So there's so many good shots. It's like, dang, what do I do? So I'm just gonna, this is the stuff that I know I'm not gonna use. Or probably won't, I don't know. I don't want to delete it though. So I'm just gonna grab it and throw it way over here. But you gotta be careful because when you go to render and you have crap at the end, you can accidentally render out like a 10-minute video when there's stuff. It's happened a lot of times. It's annoying. Okay, so see this space right here? I want to cut this. So you know what you got to do? You got to ripple, delete. Boop. All right, moving on, kids, moving on. All right, we're moving on. This is cool, but it's like nothing that's gonna, I mean, compared to the other shots, it's like, okay. You know. Abs are watery. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. People in the comments of YouTube are crazy. They'll be like, he had watery abs. There's a back shot. All right, let's get rolling. Taking his pants off. Legs. What else we got up in here? Okay, I'm going to take this shot right here. Right on the squeeze there. Just gonna ripple delete that because we gotta get this done sometime in this year. All right, cut. This is crazy, like I said earlier. Ripple delete. All right, keep that shot up in there. Cut. Ripple delete. And glutes. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to keep that because it's glutes. So, you know, it's insanity how you can get your butt to look like that. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's save this shot for the very end. What do you think, guys? To reward the viewer for watching the whole video, the whole 1 minute. Wow, you gave us 1 minute out of your life, so here you go. Bam! Another thing you can do with a short, you can tease the ending at the beginning. And then when you get to the, because we're thinking about 1 minute here, so when you get to the 1 minute mark, you'll show what you teased at the beginning, and then it'll loop, the video will loop, and that'll encourage them to keep watching it again because they're like, oh, what the heck did I just watch? That was cool. Okay, I already have that kind of shot already. All right, I'll take this one. Cue. So yeah, this is the part where I'm not going to use that. Pressing E to kill everything on this side. Boom. Okay. A lot of good stuff to work with, guys. This is quite the task. So right now I'm at 2 minutes. No bueno. And this part right here is actually has him talking. So I definitely know he goes, that's all, folks. So I know this I want to use at the end. Mixed with, where's that shot? Oh, did I not move that, bruh? Bruh. Where's that shot, dude? Okay, I think it was this one. Yep. So I'm going to pull this up on the top track there, move it over. And so now, since I separated the audio, we're kind of screwed, right? I don't know how to do this. Like, so I have a clip here. When I double click it and go into my source editor, there's no audio. So it's like you have to go back into your original clip. I'm sure there's a way to do that better, guys. So here's my source clip.
Voice conditioning.
Go back into this and take... Why does it look like that, bruh? I'm going to press I. So that's my in. Okay, and the out's still there. So I'm going to drag this. So now what I have here is that last clip with the audio intact. But I have to resize it. So that's why you want to resize at least a little bit your stuff before you edit it, because if I didn't, then I would have to manually like resize everything. But here's something you can do. If I want this video clip to look the same as this is what you do, guys. I'm going to introduce you to the world of paste attributes. So you find the clip that you like, copy. Okay. Go to the clip that you want to alter, right click, paste attributes, folks. All right, so what this does is it takes the edit or it takes the changes that you made to the video clip that you copied, and you can apply that to another clip, aka, you know, the size, opacity. So they call it motion for some reason. And it didn't work. Oh, did it? Yeah, it worked. Okay. So there you go. So this is what happened. This is what the clip looked like. I said paste attributes, motion, and now I copied the attributes from that clip to this one. Anyways, so since I'm working with audio and video here that need to be synced, I'm gonna go back to that button, linked selection, and turn that on. So now I can move both of them. So now when I make a cut to this, it'll cut the audio as well. Let's see what we got. Yep. Cut. Delete.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Cool. Yeah, it's not that great because the problem we have here, we got a crossfade going. So like that sucks because can't really use a crossfade. So I probably won't use that at all. I'm just gonna delete that, I guess. Then
That's all, folks.
that's all, folks. I may or may not use that. I don't know, depending on the context of the audio. So now I kind of have an idea, like this I want to be near the end. So yeah, be thinking in your head, you know, what you want the first shots to be and what you want the last shots to be too while you're going. All right, guys. So I'm sure there's a way to change the color too. Let's see. Don't even know. So here's something you can do, guys, if you want to be nice and cute and organized, all right? So here's a clip that I want to make sure I can find, right? Because this is my ending shot. Right-click, label, you can change the color. So look, it's nice and rosy now. So now it's like unmistakable where that clip is because I changed the label color. You can do that with like clips that you really like, you know? So that way you can find them easily. So what do we have, guys? Let's check it out, huh? I went through this 8-minute video and cut all the parts that I like, all the shots I like, and we're at 2 minutes. So we have to get rid of a minute worth of stuff, guys. What are we gonna do? This is crazy, right? So now we gotta go through the semifinal round. And we gotta figure out what's staying and what's going. And this is the thing where you got to have like creative energy for this. Because if you're like tired or feeling crappy, it's like this can take forever. But if you're like in that creative zone, flow state, you can just be like, just like picking, grabbing stuff like, yep. And just like you can edit with confidence and just like crush it. Like you have to be confident when you're editing, you know, like, oh, will this work? Will this not work? Like you just have to be like, boom, this is gonna work. We're gonna make this work. It's gonna be cool, damn it. And then it'll be cool. All right. So let's go through this audio, guys. Nothing really jumped out at me too much with the audio, but I don't know. So I'm having this weird problem here. Look at this. I'm trying to move the audio and it's like, it won't move, right? Because it's freaking attached to this one clip over here. It's still attached to the audio, for God's sake. That's cute. Let's go grab that sucker. Is it this one? Yep. So for some reason, this clip is like still attached to that audio. So right click, unlink. All right, cool, dude. So this is the audio, right? I can move it and whatever independently. Save your projects and save often. File, save. Cool. So let's listen to the audio and let's cut some audio, guys, and see if we can use sound bites or not. So I like all the edits I made and everything. That's solid. So like while I'm editing the audio, I want to like for tutorial purposes, I don't want it to just be a black screen and bore you guys. So there's going to be a video playing. So what I'm going to do is lock, and I'm going to lock this too, that little clip at the end. So now when I cut this audio, it's not going to interfere. Lock everything. Just lock it all. Hide the kids. So now when I edit this audio, It's not going to mess with anything I've done.
As soon as I won, you know, my first thought.
I'm going to switch to workspace. Workspace, this might help, I don't know. Workspace, audio. Sure, why not? Let me just clean this up because this is annoying. Okay, put everything on the same track, you know, and I'm going to do this to make life easier. Right click, delete tracks, delete video, delete audio, delete all empty tracks. Ready? Boom. Okay, so it's a little simpler for visualization purposes. All right, there's our waveform, nice and big for you guys. Real big. Let's go.
As soon as I won, you know, my first thought was, you know, God. It was destined for me, because you know He pretty much picked me as the winner, because you know He's in control here. Well, for the most part, it was a extreme kind of like shock to me.
Dude, I have ADD, bro. I'm going to pop this out. If you ever want to pop a window out, what you do is you hold down Command or Control on a PC, you click the whatever, that thing, and that way you can like pull it out of the workspace. You can't do this in DaVinci, by the way. Lego. All right, so now I have the video, the source video, like independent, so I can make it big for you guys while we're editing audio, just as like a little Easter egg. Maybe we can zoom it in too, to make this a little more entertaining for y'all, dude. All right, just so you guys are more entertained while I'm doing this, let's edit the audio. I'm just gonna make a cut there because I'm pretty sure nothing there I want to use.
Kind of like a dream come true. I first heard Flex's name, initial instinct, kind of like lost my feet. My feet went straight from under me. So the first thing I thought was about was, you know, all the hard work and all the times I've been up there on that treadmill and put in that whole hour before work and after work, and you know, having to go to work and times in the gym, and all the times that I kneeled and prayed, and you know, it was just a whole bunch of emotions going through my mind all at one time. Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, it's been about 10 days now. It's probably going to be a while because I hadn't really had a chance to experience being Mr. Olympia. But for the most part, you know, it's good to say to myself, and it's good to write, hey, I'm the new Mr. Olympia, I'm the best in the world, and I won the title. So, well, as far as the $110,000 check goes, you know.
So, okay, the context of what he's saying, he just won Mr. Olympia. This is 10 days after winning, so that's what we're talking about here.
You know, $110,000 can be spent in like 2 or 3 minutes, so that's really not a whole lot of money.
That's all, folks.
This house is probably what I'll probably end up spending that on, which is a little bit more than $100,000 anyway. So I still got.
Okay, I'm not going to use any of this because it's just too much to cut down for a short. I mean, it's doable, but like, basically I'll just put at the beginning, you know, like this is 10 days after winning, and then maybe the team stuff, I don't know. So for right now, I'm just going to cut all of this. All right.
Anyway, so
and sometimes, like when you're editing audio and stuff, you can listen in fast forward mode.
Still got other bills to pay besides the house, you know. So I still, as far as I'm concerned, I still got to work. So I don't. Right now, my initial plans are to continue doing the things I've always done. You know, when I won Olympia, I had a job and I worked, you know, pretty much every day, and I don't see how that could probably interfere with my training again. Right now, nothing is changing, but who's to say down the road, if things pick up and, I have my demand for like seminars and guest posing, it's something that I'm not able to do as far as the time with the police department goes. I may have to either take a leave of absence or do reserve work. So, but right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stay with what I got. Well, as far as let's go on stage. As far as the contest goes, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's, and my hands, my glutes, my back was kind of like superior. But it's kind of hard for me to go out and say that because I didn't really see myself on stage, and I didn't really, to be honest with you, I didn't see.
Okay, so he's talking about his conditioning. So I might use this actually. Cut everything before that.
As far as the contest goes, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was.
Okay, so as far as the contest goes, I was the best man that day. And while I'm cutting this, I'm thinking about captions too. So we're going to cut out all empty space. So cut, ripple delete. It's not letting me ripple delete for some reason, bro. Bro, why? See, I don't even know why it won't let me ripple delete. Let me try this. Okay. Because I didn't have this locked, it wouldn't let me ripple delete. So I guess when you're doing this, lock everything but the audio layer. Continuing, we're deleting spaces in between because we want these sound bites to hit. It's got to be punchy. Continue.
Hey, my conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's.
So we gotta go ADD on them, kids.
Better than.
There's a space there.
Better than pretty much everybody else's.
So I'm cutting out every little pause.
Far better than pretty much everybody else's. And my hands and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior, but.
Okay, so that's gotta go.
My hands and my glutes.
My hands and my glutes.
My back was
kind
of like superior, but it's kind of hard for me to go out and
this is where he's talking about he doesn't look in the mirror, he hasn't seen himself.
say that because I didn't really see myself on stage, and I didn't really, to be honest with you, I didn't see anybody else on stage. I was just pretty much displaying what I had. As far as my preparation go, and as far as me being the winner on that day, I didn't.
Okay, so do I want to include that or not? Basically, he's saying he was so focused, he didn't notice anybody else, he didn't even know himself. All he did was go on stage and show what he had.
Kind of like superior, but
I don't want to get caught up, so I'm going to keep moving.
It's kind of hard for me.
Because right now I'm thinking in 1 minute circumstances, but what I'm going to do is just cut this down and then go from there.
It's kind of hard for me to go out and say that because.
Like, this is tough, man, because the way he talks, it kind of drags on a little bit. So.
Go out and say that because I didn't really see myself on stage, and I didn't really.
So what I'm using right now is Q and W.
See myself on stage, and I didn't really. To be honest with you, I didn't see anybody else on stage. I was just pretty much displaying what I had. As far as my preparation go, and as far as me being the winner on that day, I didn't do it all by myself. A lot of people say that bodybuilding is probably.
So this is what I was looking at earlier as far as a soundbite.
A lot of people say that bodybuilding is probably.
A lot of people say that. I'm just going to delete this whole section. Press Q.
A lot of people
say that
bodybuilding is probably an individual sport because when you're,
Bro, this is so hard to cut for short purposes. Okay.
An individual sport because when you're on stage, you pretty much you don't have a lot of other people around you. Like it's like maybe football or basketball, But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too because.
So there's a lot of moving around verbally. This is what's tricky with cutting interview stuff. Is like you really got to take out the fluff and just get right to it.
Like it's like maybe football or basketball, But as far as
so right here, but as far as bodybuilding go, I don't know, man. I gotta make a decision. I'm just gonna.
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because you don't achieve all what you achieve by yourself. You don't achieve all what you achieve by yourself. As far as my nutritional, as far as my
A lot of
nutritional
pauses.
guys went, Chad Nichols pretty much did all of that. So he was part of the team there. And as far as
That's all, folks.
cooking my food and making sure everything was taken care of at the house, and Vicky helped out a whole lot along those lines. So it's pretty much as far as I'm concerned, a team sport there too. And plus in the gym, I had Vicky pushing me there, and
Bro.
all in all,
As you can see, audio makes a project, it can make it just like a huge project. And right now in my head, I'm debating, I'm like, are we using audio at all? Because the thing is, like, I gotta be able to summarize this, or else what's the point? So it's like, I gotta be able to summarize what he's saying.
all in all, the whole teamwork concept worked out. So, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that. Concept, the whole teamwork, all in all.
I'm gonna blow out this whole section, bruh.
Guys went, Chad Nichols.
That's all gotta go.
Whole teamwork concept worked out. So, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that. As far as prejudging go, I was 246.
Okay, new topic.
As far as prejudging go, I was 246, night of champion, Olympia 247. Night show I was probably around 252, 253. As far as I'm concerned, that's the weight that I look best at. So I'll probably be somewhere around in the neighborhood of that probably next year.
So here's this part where he's talking about weight. So I'm gonna flag this label, make it nice and noticeable. Okay, so there's the weight talking section. I might end up just using that. I don't know.
As far as my plans as competition go, before I won the Olympia this year, I won the night of champion, so I had to peak twice this year, which I think is kind of hard to do, but I was able to do it. Next year is going to be a whole lot different because I'm only going to do one show, and that's going to be the Mr. Olympia, so I only have to peak once. So I think I know I'll be better next year than I was this year, because I have more time to rest and more time to work out, more time to just peak for one show. As far as conditioning goes, as far as being an overall better bodybuilder, I know I'll look better for next year than I did this year, because I'll only have that one show.
Okay, guys. So here's the audio I have cut. Let's see, just for whatever's sake. Let's see if I were to include all this audio. We're at like 1 minute 12 seconds. I'm gonna take a quick break right now and like stand up, and then I'm gonna come back and look at what we got here and figure out what we're gonna do. And we'll be right back after these messages. All right, guys, I'm back. I took a standing break. Another thing with this video editing stuff is like you can get really caught up in little details. So it's good to, like refresh your eyes, step away for a second, and then come back and just like screw the details, let's get her done. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna go through this audio and I'm gonna make it happen. So I'm not gonna be talking, here we go.
As far as the contest goes, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. Was far better than was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior, but it's kind of hard for me to go out and say that because I didn't really see myself on stage, and I didn't really, to be honest with you, I didn't see anybody else on stage. A lot of people say that bodybuilding is probably, but as far as bodybuilding, it's kind of.
Not gonna use any of this. I would do that.
Superior bodybuilding is probably, but as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because you don't achieve all what you achieve by yourself. As far as my nutritional, all in all, the whole teamwork concept worked out. So, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me help.
Okay. So all I'm doing is getting in there and just moving the audio that I'm not going to use and just getting it out of the way. I'm building two sound bites here. One where he's talking about how his body was superior than everybody else's that day, and then team sport and how much he weighed. That's what we're doing.
I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out, and myself. I had by yourself. I didn't really do it all by myself. You don't just it's a team sport too, because I didn't really I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do, and all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do, and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that. What to do and pushing me and stuff like that. As far as prejudging go, I was 246, night of champion. I was 246. Night of champion. Night of champion. Night of champion. Olympia 247. Nice show out probably around 250. Around 250. Around 252, 253. As far as I'm concerned, that's the weight that I look best at. So that's the weight that I look. That's the weight that's the weight that I look best at. So I'll probably be somewhere around in the neighborhood of that probably next year. So that I look best at. So best at.
All right, so as you can see with the QWE buttons, like I'm able to cut through this like super quick, just like bam, bam, bam. All right, man. So here's what we got. Let me put this somewhere else. So in Premiere and other programs now too, if you just drag stuff, you can move it to a new track, boom. So I'm gonna put that, these are the clips that I don't want to use, but I'm like, I don't want to lose these clips, so I'm going to put it on a new track and just lock it. All right, so here's what we got. I got, out of all that audio, I have like 34 seconds of sound bites. So now we listen to the sound bites and we kind of structure like what he's going to say at the beginning and what he's going to say at the end kind of deal. So let's check it out.
As far as the contest goes, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior. But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because
So this whole little soundbite, I'm going to use this for the beginning. So we're going to do a montage here with this soundbite where he's talking about his hams and his glutes. So we're going to see that. And then we're going to go into something else with YouTube music playing. And then we're going to come into some more soundbites. So
That was kind of like superior.
kind of like superior. Here's just the thing I do because I have like OCD with this. Like, I hate the hard audio cuts. So I have programmed in my keyboard shortcuts, what is it? Like Alt Command T? No. I have Command Shift T to be audio to add an audio transition. So it's like not a hard cut. And near the end, I'm going to go through and add crossfades to everything. So it's like clean cuts, you know, clean audio cuts.
Like, but as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too because, you know, but as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too because, you know, I didn't really do it all by myself. You know, I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
There you go. So there's your second sound bite. All right. So let's see. Out of all that talking, we got this. Ready? All that talking, we got.
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too because.
And he kind of stutters there, but like a lot of times I'll leave in stutters just so it's like not too robotic. You know, it's like at some point you got to leave in the natural talking a little bit.
I also think it's a team sport too because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
Boom. Love it.
I was 246, night of champion. Olympia, 247. Nice show out probably around 252, 253. That's the weight that I look best at.
Cool. That's the weight I look best at. So here's the thing though, with like videos and stuff, it's like you can like put your confidence in the editing and come up with something that you think is awesome, but like it's all subjective too. Like I could be going in a totally wrong direction right now and not even know it. So it's like you kind of just have to put your faith and confidence in it. And I feel like if you put a lot of effort into the details and trying to make your idea work, like it will come across good because you put in the effort, you put in the work.
I was 246. I was 246, night of champion.
I'm just going to add these crossfades now. So it's clean cuts.
Night of champion.
Sometimes I spend a lot of time on audio as far as like, on these particular videos, I don't clean up the audio because the audio in this doesn't need to be like perfect, you know what I mean? Like it's late 90s bodybuilding video, like we don't need to have perfect audio.
Night of champion.
They don't care about the audio so much, but I don't want it to be jarring. But you get what I'm saying, kids.
Olympia, night of champion. Olympia, 247. Nice show out probably around 252, 253. That's the weight that I look best at.
So there's your last soundbite right there. And all these soundbites in my head, I'm thinking about captions on the screen too. So you got to think, while he's saying it, it's going to be writing it on the screen. Okay, cool. So we have our 3 sound bites. Now let's go ahead and edit the video to the sound bites. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, first sound bite.
As far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is the fun part, guys. This is where you can just use your creative confidence and just start throwing stuff together.
I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far.
So right there, my conditioning. Let's put in that some of the posing shots, of course. Show that booty. This is very spectacular. You want to put this in. So what the frick, bruh? What am I doing? So when you copy clips and paste them, you have to make sure that this is like selected, this little track thing, V1 and everything. So now when I paste, it's going to be up there anyways.
Day,
All All right.
Conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like
Okay.
superior glutes. My back was
My back. So let's find a little back shot. I wanted to save this for the end, but you know, it's like, I guess I'll put it in here so people keep watching. Okay. Here we go.
as far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
And then this is where you'll hear the YouTube music come on, or it'll go silent on here, but we're going to add YouTube short music.
Like superior.
It's like now all of a sudden this footage isn't as impressive, right? So let's just skip this shot. I'll just throw it at the end in case I want to come back, but we'll jump into this because this is a cool shot too. You want to be thinking about like unique angles too. Boom, there's a nice angle. Like that's pretty cool. All right, and then you got to think about music's going to be playing, so it's going to be exciting. Bam, hell yeah. Get that in there. So this is a row sequence. Bam. Here, let's make a little sequence out of this. So we got like an extreme close up. Bah, bah, bam, bam, and then here's the thing with editing workout videos or whatnot. You want to connect the reps, so it's like sometimes you want to disrupt the rep continuity just to like get people's attention or whatever, but right here I'm going to connect because this right here, like this is like nothing's here, like you just see like there's nothing going on right here. So right on that pull action, I'm going to cut, delete, pull. So that's obviously not continuous or whatever, but like it's cool still. I like that. All right, cool. Moving on. I'm going to put this alt down, put it on the same tracks. Let's be proactive and keep things on the same track. Alt down. I forget what's under here, dude. What's under here? Okay. More stuff I might end up not using, so I'm going to take it and pull it over there. Way over there. All right, we're rolling, guys. Alt down. All right, we're like halfway done. All right, so. And here is the 1 minute mark. So this is our third soundbite.
46, Night of Champions, Olympia, 247. Night show out probably around 252, 253. That's the weight that I look best at.
That's the weight that I look best at. And that's all, folks. That's all, folks. Cut. And it doesn't hurt to be like quite a bit less than 1 minute with a YouTube short. You know, some YouTube shorts are really successful, like 30 seconds or less. We don't have to go for a full minute. Just because we have the content doesn't mean we need to, you know what I mean? But let's keep going.
Too, because I didn't really do it all by myself.
All right, so let's think about this from a pacing perspective, all right? Think about this with music going, okay?
As far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
Next soundbite.
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
So there I can put that Vicky female shot in there. All right, so we have to have another sequence going or another montage. All right, what should we go to next, everybody? Let's go to this next. Keep the viewer engaged. The bicep curls. This is cray cray, so let's make that sequence going. All right. Boom. Bam.
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
That's cool. Sometimes it's good to get like the last reps too, because it has the most intensity on their face. That's just a general rule for workout videos. All right. Curling, curling, curling.
I was 246, Night of Champion, Olympia 247. Night show I was probably around 252, 253. That's the weight that I look best at.
So this is cool. I'm going to put this flex shot during the talk about weight. We're going to show another posing shot too, but so going with the theme of like impressive stuff to keep the viewer engaged. Boom.
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too.
Okay, so when he says team sport, we're going to cut away to confuse the viewer. We're going to show, see, since I deleted the footage, I got to go back to my source. That's a no-no, Polly. I just made a no-no. I didn't think I was going to use it, but now I'm going to use it. So I got to go back to my source material. And let's find that team shot or whatever you want to call it. Where's it at, bruh? Okay, here we go. All right. So, I think that's the only time you see her. But when he says team sport, I'm going to include the coach there. All right, so let's drop this clip up in there that I just pulled. Okay, and also, so in Premiere, you see how there's this film strip and then there's that audio thing? You click just the film strip and drag that in, and you don't bring the audio with it because we don't need the audio. All right, moving on. What the hell is Dios? Okay. Team sport. All right, so I'm going to save. Save file. Team sport 2. Here we go. All right, so see how the clip I just brought in doesn't match because we got to do that paste attributes. So go to the other clip, copy, back to this one, paste attributes, bam. Okay.
It's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. Bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
So here's a problem. Like, since I'm repurposing this for a short, like we have this text here that I can't get rid of, you know, and it's not going to really go along with the branding of the short. So what I can do, there's a couple things I can do. I can just use this as a cropped thing, or I could just, let's see. She's really not on the screen that long, so it's kind of tricky. And there's a crossfade too, bruh. Okay.
I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all.
Yeah, it's too quick, so I'm just going to use this shot of them.
The bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to freestyle it right now. Because to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going.
Helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
We're just going to free-for-all montage it.
Stuff like that.
Squeeze. All right, keep the cuts coming. That's cool. So you got to remember there's music playing. We could even wrap this thing up in less than a minute. So, yeah. See, you don't want to make something long just to make it long just because you have the content. You know, you got to think about audience retention and like the overall purpose of the video. Short and sweet is what we like to keep. Okay, so let's start jumping into the talk about weight right here. So we're gonna end this sucker at like 52 seconds.
I was 246, Night Champion, Olympia, 247. That's that.
Okay. It's like a duplicate sort of situation. Okay. All right, so when he's talking about weight, we're gonna have him take his shirt off.
Around 252, 253. Push me and stuff like that.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna shorten this clip. Whoopsie. Cut, move.
Me and stuff like that.
Cut. So we're gonna go into some fast cuts here. Keep that viewer engaged. Keep that millennial engaged, everybody. All right. Okay. So it's kind of cool. We're going to go from close up to close up of the bicep. But I'm going to take that there. Do that. Okay.
I was 240.
Cut.
247.
Okay. Taking the shirt off.
I was 246, Night Champion.
So there's a team shot. That's cool. We gotta love smiling people in videos. So
As far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
oops, that's not where that goes.
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
Nice. It's coming together, folks. It's coming together. All right, let's move this
I
up.
was 246, Night Champion, Olympia, 247. Night show out probably around 252.
Oh my gosh, we're almost there, guys. Like,
I had people around me helping me.
I'm gonna take these two clips. I don't even know what they are, but don't know if I want to get rid of them or not. I really got to make sure to delete all this excess stuff at the end of the timeline, bruh. Okay, let's keep organized, move everything down to the right track. Because when you move everything onto one track, it kind of like gives you that feeling like, oh yeah, these are solid edits. We're getting there, folks.
I was 246, Night Champion, Olympia, 247.
Okay, we're like the home stretch here. This is the weight talk.
Champion, Olympia, 247. Night show out probably around 252, 253.
So now I'm just going over what else I got footage-wise. Did we already use this clip? I don't even know, like, if that's the one I used. Oh, no. Wait, what the heck? Oh, boy. Let's clean this up. So now it's like, this is kind of the time-consuming part sometimes when you're, like, at the very end of your edit and you're just, like, trying to find the perfect stuff to put in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 247. Night show out.
And it's like, you don't want to use duplicate stuff, you know? Okay, yep. So I know for a fact I'm not going to use these like warm-up shots. So I'm just gonna delete these two just so they're gone. Okay, what's this one? There's that red. See how earlier I made that clip red so I'd remember it? There we go. So I'm gonna put that over her. And this could be the end, folks.
Around 252, 253. That's the weight that I look best at.
Okay.
Three.
I'm gonna rewind this a little bit. Oh, there's a crossfade, can't do that.
That's the way that I look best at.
That could be the end of the video right there. You know, I don't think I'm gonna use this. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, that's not necessary, dude. So I think we got our edits, guys. I really do. Let me just go through this, and we're looking at a 54-second video out of 8 minutes. We did it. So now I'm gonna go through and make sure there's like no better shots that I could use. All right, I'm gonna look at what I have, these extra shots that I took out. Make sure there's, here's something a lot of editors do too, is so if there's like, you have your B-roll or whatever, and there's something you really want to use, not only can you change the color of the label or whatever, you pop it up into the above track so that way it like sticks out. So I really like that shot. I don't know. So I kind of might end up using that instead of something else. We'll see. Flexing. I think we're good, guys. Yep. What's these? And right now I have this feeling, maybe I don't know. Maybe this one too. But right now I have the feeling that I took what I had, I took what was there, and I made the best of it. Like, I feel good about it. So now it's just this decision. Now we have one final decision as far as the edits. Like, is there any shots that are better that I could use? So I'm going to play it from the beginning.
As far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
Music's playing. We got the montages going. Boom, 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 boom.
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
See, right now you're making the decision, like, am I going to swap any of these clips out with something better? Like,
I was 246, night of champion, Olympia, 247. Night show, I was probably around 252, 253. That's the weight that I look best at.
so I could title this video, Ronnie Coleman, the weight that I look best at, or Ronnie Coleman's best weight. And to me, this is kind of an abrupt ending. So abrupt endings are good with shorts because you'll be like, oh, I wasn't done watching. And then you just watch the loop all over again. That's what you want to do. But, and so here's another mental thing with this. So you got your musical montage going. And like, let's say a viewer is like, okay, where's this going? I'm getting bored. I'm getting bored. Right when they're getting bored,
As far as bodybuilding goes,
another soundbite comes on with captions. So it like, oh, there's more content. There's more talking in this. Like, let me keep watching.
but as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all
And you're introducing like a female character.
by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
Okay, so this, see, this is tricky, brah. I want to put this freaking shot in somewhere, dude. Like, that shot's probably got to go. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I might get rid of that shot, dude. Damn it. This is a tough one. So that's like, this is cool close-up, but it's like too much of a close-up. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's too much of a close-up. Okay. This is hard. And then now this is like out of order kind of because his shirt's off, his shirt's back on. Like, I don't know. Freaking A, bro. Okay, this is what I could do. Okay, I'm going to delete this shot, move this over. Boom. And then this. And then shirt comes off.
I was 246, Night champion, Olympia, 247. Nice show out probably around
Here we go.
252, 253.
Yes, sir. So now my last debate in my head is, am I using this shot right here? Literally the last debate in my head. Do I use this? I don't know, guys.
I was 246, Night champion, Olympia, 247.
Okay. I could... Let's cut. Yep, let's do this.
I was 246, Night champion.
A little downtime right there.
Champion, Olympia, 247. Nice show out probably around 247. Nice show out.
Talking about weight, you got to show the stomach, everybody.
Olympia, 247.
Got to show abs when you're talking about weight.
Nice show out probably around 250.
We're done.
253. That's the weight that I look best at.
That's a done edit, everybody. That's done. Okay. We're done editing, guys. Well, not quite. So this is what I'm going to do. In case I ever want to come back and get these little files, see all these little guys right here? Like, I'm super confident with this edit. I'm just like what if, you know? No. If this was like a bigger project, I would make a copy of the timeline with all this extra crap just in case I need to go back. But like, dude, I'm like pretty sure I'm going with this. So, I don't know. What I can do, unlock this, delete all the extra crap. You just have to be mindful when you're exporting where your end marker is. Like, that's all. Like, it's okay to have all this extra crap, but like when you edit a lot of videos, sometimes you forget that step and like you'll end up rendering and uploading a video that's like 20 minutes long and you're like, what the hell is going on? And it's because you left stuff at the end of the timeline and you didn't set your end markers. But anyways, okay. Edits are done, everybody. So now what do we do, right? Put this back into the display case. Bruh. Window, workspace, vertical. All right, everybody, we have our solid edits and I'm gonna take another break. All right, everybody, did you enjoy your bathroom break? We're back. So what we just did, we took an 8-minute video, we cut it down to 52 seconds. We took an 8-minute audio interview and we cut that into 3 sound bites that go beginning, middle, and end, okay? So our video is edited, so we're done, right? Nope. If this was just a regular video, we'd be done, but we're formatting this for a YouTube short, which is a vertical video with captions, so we want to do that. What do we do next? Well, we got to add some kind of a background because it's stupid to just have black right there. We want to add captions. We want to maybe add transitions, and we want to resize things so they take up the most real estate possible on the screen. So where do we begin? Well, let's just start doing this background deal. Okay, a couple things. So we have our edits here. I'm gonna take all my edits. I'm gonna move them up a couple layers, right? Because we're gonna be putting a couple things below them. And I'm gonna add a layer above it too. Shucks, actually I'm gonna add a couple. Add, I don't know, just say three video tracks, whatever. Okay, so I wanna show you guys something here. This is a template that fits over a video. It's a Photoshop file that shows what is cut off when it's a video on YouTube, a YouTube short. As you can see, you know, on a phone screen, they have like the whatever. You have like your like button and all that stuff in the description. So everything in this gray area is what like is guaranteed to be seen on screen. Pretty important. You don't want to have your captions like over here because it's just going to be blocked and it's going to look silly. So this is a Photoshop file. Link in the description if you want to download this. And you throw this over the top as a guide. Ready? All right. Merge all layers, sure. So I pull it in here. Drag it for the duration of the video. So as you can see right here, we have the video fitting within a YouTube Shorts template. Okay. So right now I'm just going to like lock that layer, the template layer. And so what I'm going to do is this channel, what I use for this channel, I use a brand color. So there's a yellow background, and I'm going to add an adjustment layer, and I'm going to duplicate the video and have that under, but add like a blur and everything. So it's like, you know, it fills up the space. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Select all the clips, Alt, drag it down 2 layers. Okay. Oh, I don't see anything. Don't worry about that yet. And I have another timeline that has what I need saved in it. So I'm going to go to that and just copy and paste it over. If you wanted to add a solid color, what you would do is you go to that page, little page icon, new, color matte, and you pick a color, any color. So then in your project panel, you have a color matte, you drag it in, drag it to, I think I put it on the bottom. It's up to you what you want to do, because we're going to do some opacity stuff. But as you can see, now the video has like a background color. Okay. You know how we just duplicated all these video clips? We don't see them because they're the same exact size. So this is just over the top of it. And that's where the adjustment layer comes in. So I'm going to delete this. So let's just start over. We'll start from scratch here so you see what I'm doing. So new item, adjustment layer. Okay. Drag that above your copied clips. So everything I do to this adjustment layer, it's going to apply it to the clips below it. So for instance, effect controls, scale it up, and nothing happens. Why did anything happen? Well, you're changing the scale of the adjustment layer and not making adjustments. Weird, I know, right? I fall for it every time. So you want to add an effect. The effect is called transform. All right, follow me. Drag that onto your adjustment clip layer, excuse me. Back to effect controls. Scale. We're going to scale up, and look at that. All right, so the video behind it's getting bigger. So for right now, just to see what I'm doing, I'm going to turn off this YouTube short template. Okay, so see what we got there? That's cool and stuff, right?
And pretty much everybody else's. My hands, my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
Okay, so yeah, that's cool. But what I took it a step further though. I'm gonna add a Gaussian blur, right? I don't know how to spell Gaussian, bruh. Gaussian. Drag that on there. Effect controls. Let's just adjust the blurriness. See what I'm doing there? So the background's a little blurry, so it's not like distracting from our main production in the middle. All right, cool. I'll take it. So this is a DVD rip. So as you can see, there's like this black line at the bottom. No bueno. I'm just OCD. I don't want that black line there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a crop effect to every clip. This is actually something I should have done at the very beginning before I started editing, so I wouldn't have to do it to every clip, but it's cool. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to select my first clip, effects, crop. All right, and I already have a template saved, but so I'm going to add a crop. All right, and then this can be used for a lot of different reasons. So this is a crop effect. So look, if I drag the bottom, see how I can just crop stuff out? But for today, all I'm doing is getting rid of that black there at the bottom. So 0.8% usually does the trick. Yep, 0.8%. So I'm going to copy this. There's a couple ways to do this, but select everything and then paste, right? That should do the trick, I think. So now that crop is pasted on all the clips. Anyways, moving on. What else do I do? I add a blending mode to the background and blend it with the yellow. So I'm going to go to my other thing, because this is I've already designed this, so I'm not going to recreate it. I'm going to go just to a previous short that I did. this one. All right, so as you can see, I have that template there. So I have a yellow already selected, and it looks like what I did. So the yellow solid I did is 65% opacity with the color burn blend mode. So I'm gonna copy this, go back to Ronnie, and paste this in above everything. So the solid's gonna go above the adjustment layer and above that background video. Drag everything down. So I need to put the solid color right on that layer. Let's see if this works. Do this, paste. There we go. As you can see, it's so pretty. All right, so there you go.
The back was kind of like superior.
Pretty cool, right? Do you guys think I should lower the opacity on the...
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team.
So I'm torn on this because, like, with short videos and stuff, you want it to be bright. You want it to be everything bright. So usually I like turn down the opacity so it's not distracting, but let's see.
As far as
You kind of got to watch it on a phone too.
the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
We have room to make stuff bigger so it takes up more of the screen. It's the great vertical video debate. Like, wowzers. Who would have thought that someday we'd be designing videos freaking this way? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, bruh. Repurposing videos. That's the biggest part about repurposing for shorts and all that, reels. You want to make stuff look good in a vertical space. So if we want to be attention to detail, let's do it right? So first shot, we're going to go shot by shot and make things fit good. I'm going to show my, so there's the guide. I'm going to put the guide back on there. All right, so this, obviously, we can fill the frame more. Let's scale it up. Scaly. Move it over. All right, and this is where you want to get nice and meticulous. So I'm going to mute this for now so I can focus. All right, so you got to think this is on somebody's phone screen. You want to captivate the whole screen pretty much. Actually, I don't want the short template on there because I want to see if it's cutting off. See, like right there, I don't want that. Dude, silly goose. I guess make it, let's individually go through and make everything fit nice and pretty, all right? Make sure you can see his butt. All right, we got his butt nice and the right size because I'm kind of the belief that you want to make vertical videos as full as possible. I don't know. It does suck watching a widescreen video on a vertical screen. You know what I'm saying? All right, see what I'm doing here, everybody? I'm making things fit nice and fit. And you can play around too, have things jump in size too, just to engage the viewer. So you can have things zoom in, zoom out. Let's see. That's cool. Let's zoom this guy in a little bit. Move it over. See, I don't want to cut off any muscles though, dude. His muscles aren't fitting on the screen yet. Decisions, everybody. Okay. Leave that the way it is. It's like, it's tough because like you want everything, you want to be able to see everything. So it's like zooming it in cuts things out. And obviously I want to show everybody. So that's the dilemma. Vertical video, folks. Vertical video. It takes a lot of extra steps. Love it. You know? Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now? Do you believe it? Make it bigger, you know. Off center. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And also you have to think about, we're going to add captions too. So we're going to have like text blocks. So that's going to be blocking stuff. So that's a whole process in and of itself. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you don't want muscles to cut off. All right, we're cool. Good deal. Okay. All right, I'm happy, guys. So let's jump into some captions, huh? Oh boy. So we're in Adobe Premiere. We're going to do some AI captions, transcriptions. So you want to make sure you don't have a bunch of audio, extra audio on your timeline, because it will record that too. So this has got to go. I'm sorry, you got to go. Okay, so I got my sequence here. All right, guys. Switching workflows, everybody. Let's go to a new workspace. I think this one's good for me. So you go to the text panel, transcript, transcribe sequence. Leave everything as is. We only have one speaker. Transcribe. Let's see how great of a job it does. Let's see, everybody.
As far as the content goes, you know,
So let's see what Premiere's AI gave us. As far as the content go, nope, that's not what he says.
as far as the content goes,
As far as the contest, as far as the contest go,
you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better.
my conditioning
My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes.
my hands, no, he said my hams. Is that two M's? My hams. I think it's hams like that. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to Google that 1 second. Okay, so I don't know, and Google's not helping me. My hams and my glutes. My back was kind of like superior.
Else's, my hams and my glutes. My back was kind of like superior.
Okay. So it did a pretty good job of what he said.
But as far as bodybuilding goes,
But as far as bodybuilding is one word, so bodybuilding. But as far as bodybuilding go,
I also think it's a team sport too, because
wow, I'm actually impressed that Premiere did a great job, because he has like a southern accent, I think, you know, so.
I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
Nailed it. I'm impressed. I gotta say, I'm freaking impressed.
I was 246.
I was 246.
I was 246, Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. Night of Champions. Period, I guess. Sure.
Night of Champions. Olympia, 247.
Olympia was 247. Night show. I don't know if that's two words.
Olympia, 247. Night show out probably around.
I was probably around.
Probably around 252, 250.
252, 253.
253. That's the weight that I look best at.
That's the way that I look best at? No, that's the weight that I look best at.
Did I look best at?
Cool, so I'm impressed. That's pretty good. So now we have to make those into captions, okay? So what we can do, click this CC button, create captions, and I already have a like design preset that I made. So, this is, so style, I'm gonna say style 5 that I made. All right, let's just go with it. Create captions. Let's check it out. So that doesn't look great. But, so this is where we want to turn on our YouTube Shorts guide, link in the description. So there you can see where the text is going to go. So let's fix this. As far as the contests go, you know, I was the best man that day.
As far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day.
Okay. Here's a quick note. When there's a blank in captions like this, I don't know why, but the video freaks out. So you want all the captions to connect. It just gives the impression of a glitch. So connect all your captions, dude.
My
conditioning was far better than pretty much everyone else's.
My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's.
Okay, connect those. Okay, fix this paragraph, whatever you want to call it, formatting. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everyone else's.
My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
Nice. Okay. And you can have tons of fun with captions in here, but I'm going to go traditional and just have subtitles. I'm not going to have like my hams and my glutes kind of superior. Like, no, not today, Junior. Not today.
Like superior. But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it.
As far as bodybuilding go, comma, I don't know why it's like the formatting is so jacked. Like, why, bruh?
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people.
And there's like a whole culture of fonts and text and everything, like what looks good. What's that called? Like graphic theory, graphic design theory. Fun stuff. It's a dream sport. It's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. So I don't like how the middle line's like shorter. That's kind of bizarre. So I didn't really do it. Dude, I didn't really. So yeah, you got to go in and clean things up. There we go. Nice.
I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me.
See how that looks like a glitch when it clicks like that?
I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do.
Killing me with these paragraphs.
I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that. Helping me out.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to split this caption because that's just a mess.
Around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and telling me what to do.
Okay, helping me out. Cut. Okay, Command X, cut.
Me out and
telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that. And stuff like that, period.
Telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
Dang it.
To do and pushing me and stuff like that.
All right, do I...
What to do and push me and stuff like that.
I don't know what to do.
Push me and stuff like that. Me and stuff like to do and push.
Pushing me.
Pushing me and stuff.
Okay.
Push me and stuff like that. Push me and stuff like that.
Cut.
I was 246, night of champion. Olympia, 247, nice show up. 7.
Freaking light just went off.
Nice show up. Olympia, 247, nice show up, probably around 252, 253. That's the weight that I look best at.
Nice, guys. We're getting close. That's the weight that I look best at.
That's the 53. That's the weight that
I don't like how that clips, like.
That's the.
See what I'm saying?
That's the weight that.
See that? Like, the caption changes before the shot, and that's not cool, guys. That's garbage. What the hell?
That's.
So, move that, please.
That's the weight that I.
It just looks bad on the phone, I'm telling you.
That's.
When you see, like, when the shot changes before the caption changes or vice versa, it just does not look good on a phone, I'm telling you. It's jagged. Okay. So there we go. Captions are done.
As far as the content goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's.
So this is a problem. The caption is covering up literally what he's talking about. He's talking about his hams and his glutes, and our stupid caption is covering it up. So what do? Good grief. And we can't go below this. So maybe.
That day, my conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams, my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
So this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to move the caption down. Window, I think it's Essential Graphics. Yep, Window, Essential Graphics. We're moving the caption down, which is this button. Drag that down. But as you can see, it goes below our guidelines. So like, I'm going to move this actual shot up. I guess. Like, you're killing me. This is killing me right now, dude. I'm trying to fit a caption and his hamstrings in the same shot. This is like stressful, dude. Not cool. See, there we go. So I found the solution, guys. Oh, no, I didn't. Dude, what do I do, guys? Oh, this is crazy. Honestly, showing the hamstrings are more important than the caption. So either I could make the caption like smaller. It's freaking small, bruh. Yikes.
Best man that day, my conditioning was far better than.
So that's what I'm going to do then. Just make the caption smaller. Paulie, you're putting too much thought into this. Sure.
My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams,
So I want to do the same thing with this. So I brought it down to size 42, size 42. Cool. That's not bad.
Everybody else's. My hams, my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
Nice. Solutions, everybody.
But as far as bodybuilding goes, I also think it's a team sport too, because I didn't really do it all by myself. I had people around me helping me out and telling me what to do and pushing me and stuff like that.
See, now I kind of want to like shrink all the captions. Bruh.
Night of Champions, Olympia, 247. Nice show. I was probably around.
I don't think it's a big deal to have different size captions. You know what I mean? But this is annoying. Shoot. All right, move that caption down. I guess move this clip up. Shit. So we're just kind of perfecting everything, everybody, because we want quality, guys. We don't want to put out crap. Bring that down. Keep it within the guidelines there. Move this guy up. Sure. Good grief. Let's watch it.
As far as the content goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams, my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
Okay, I almost forgot. We have to add 2 text boxes. One of them has to say, you know, this is Ronnie Coleman 10 days after the Olympia. So we have to put the context thing in. And then also we're going to put full video available in the pinned comment. So I also have that already saved, like my text that I use. Lee Priest.
Too early for this.
See, in this video I did like, see how the captions are animated? Anyways, not doing that today though. Okay, what do I need here, guys? I need this. I need this text box and this text box. Whoopsie. Copy. Go to Ronnie Short. Arm the right track to paste. Paste. Okay. So, what do we say here? We say Ronnie Coleman. You got to make sure you spell names right, guys. Even though I've spelled this name a million times, I'm going to Google it. So even though I know how to spell this name, I Google it just because, guys, we want quality. We don't want to mess up names. So 10 days out, 10 days post Olympia, 1999. Bam. Okay. Same concept. We don't want the caption to interfere. So I'm going to have to move it down a little bit. Make it last a little longer. Full video and comments.
But as far as bodybuilding,
Cool, man.
but as far as bodybuilding goes,
So now we're in the perfection stage. Like everything is done now. Like we're done. Yo, this is done. I'm going to put a bow on this pretty soon. See, now I'm in the stage where I'm like, oh, I want to move captions, make them perfect, guys. You got to keep it pushing. That's kind of pushing the boundary there. I'm going to move this up a little bit more. Okay. So we're done, guys. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So there's one other step that I'm going to do. So usually I'll do like transitions. Not going to do that today for this tutorial. You guys just watched me take an 8-minute video, watch the whole thing, cut it down to the best shots, take an 8-minute interview and cut it down to 3 sound bites and format it for a YouTube short using this guide layer here. Okay. So the last step that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this super expensive plugin that I bought once upon a time. It's called Ozone. I'm going to add Ozone to the mix channel. Ozone 10. Don't even want to know what I paid for it. And why can't I drag and drop? That's cute. All right, mastering. And what this is going to do is this is going to take the audio and make it sound as bright and loud and balanced as possible.
as far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
Okay, so here, ready to hear what we got?
As far as the contest goes, you know, I was the best man that day. My conditioning was far better than pretty much everybody else's. My hams and my glutes, my back was kind of like superior.
So you got to remember this audio is going to compete with the YouTube music that we're going to add to it after the fact. So yeah, it's loud, but we want loud, baby. All right, everybody. That's where we're going to stop today. So the next step for me would be I would export this, airdrop it to my phone, watch it, and then make adjustments or whatnot. But this is pretty solid, and we're going to roll with this. So then, you know, you export it, you put it on your phone. And if you don't have an iPhone, you want to like Dropbox it or Google Gmail it or Google Drive it. And then you upload it to YouTube and you add the music in then, and there you go. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. And I hope you picked up something from this. And I'll see you guys in the near future. It's been fun. Later. Hey guys, quick punch in. So when you export this, you might notice that the captions aren't there. And what you need to do for that is File, Export Media, and then you got to come down to this section right here, Captions, and burn captions into video. If you don't have that on there, you won't even see the captions on the MP4 that you push out. Or another method you could do, this is if you want to animate the captions or whatever down the road. You select the captions on the subtitle track, and then you go up to Graphics and Titles, and you say Upgrade Caption to Graphic. So that will make the captions a graphic on your timeline that exports out with the video. All right, I had to say that part. See you guys later.